you're someone that is telling yourself that 2026 is going to finally be your year, but you just plan on doing exactly what you did last year, I can almost guarantee you that 2026 is going to not be your year. As someone that has lost 100 pounds, competed in a bodybuilding show, and has walked that path, I can truly tell you that it wasn't about the things that I did that allowed me to get to that point. It was about the things that I didn't do that allowed me to get to that point. So here are the 5 things that I recommend that you stop doing in 2026 in order for you to make this year your actual year. Number 1, you're not gonna start when things calm down. A lot of times people love to make the excuse of, oh, I'm busy right now, the kids' schedule, my schedule, I have this event, I have this gathering, I have all these things going on, right? If anything, while you're busy is the exact time that you want to start. And the reason being is because whenever you start during a busy season, right, you're building that discipline, you're building those routines, you're building those habits, just so that way whenever you're not busy, you actually already have progress made and momentum happening for you, and you can hit the ground even harder. So instead of waiting for the right time, just know that there's not a right time to make yourself healthier. There's not a right time to start going to the gym. There's not a right time to start eating better. The time that it is right is the time that you decide it's right, and that timing, in my opinion, is right now. So the first thing that you're not going to do in 2026 is that you're not going to wait for when the timing is right, because I can almost guarantee you the timing is never going to be right. The second thing you're going to do is that you're not going to rely on motivation. I know we've all heard this before, right? You want to rely on discipline and not motivation. It's not that motivation is a bad thing, but motivation can be a very fleeting feeling. It comes in, it goes out. Some days you feel good, some days you don't feel good, right? But because you're relying on motivation, you're essentially relying on emotions. And if we rely on emotions to dictate our day and to decide what it is that we get done and don't get done, well then we are never going to make progress, and we're just going to spin the wheels and just never get ourselves to where it is that we want to be. So it's extremely important to do not rely on motivation, but to instead rely on discipline. Now, the thing about discipline that nobody tells you, I will say, is that discipline is a skill set. It's a tool that you can develop and make stronger over time. I have to give credit where credit is due, because I heard that before from Andy Frisella, because I personally used to be someone where I was like, man, why is that person more disciplined than me? Why can they do things that I can't do? It's not because they were naturally born with it. It's because it's a skill set that they develop over time. So if you are someone that's like, man, I'm not that disciplined, just know that you can build that up over time by putting in the reps and putting in the work and doing what is necessary to build that skill set. So the second thing that we're not going to do in 2026 is that we're not going to rely on motivation, but instead we're going to rely and build our discipline. The third thing we're not going to do in 2026 is that we're not going to overcomplicate nutrition. We're not going to do fad diets. We're not going to do a 14-day cleanse. We're not going to make this overcomplicated, because truthfully, nutrition is very simple. I will say, unfortunately, we're just not taught in America the proper way to eat, so you have to teach yourself that. I do have videos prior in my channel before this one that kind of go over full days of eating, nutrition, just understanding why it is that I'm doing certain things. I'm highly advise that you watch those. But not overcomplicating nutrition, man, is going to be key this year, because oftentimes, man, people do these crazy diets, these unsustainable diets, and they wonder why they're not seeing the results it is that they want to see. Or let's say they do see some results, they end up right back where they started because it wasn't sustainable in the first place. So it's very, very important, man, to not overcomplicate your nutrition. Get a basic understanding of protein, carbs, and fats and how they actually fuel your body and how you actually need them, so that you can see the results it is that you're wanting to see. So the third thing that we're not going to do this year is we are not going to overcomplicate our nutrition. Number 4, you are not going to train for fat loss like it's punishment. You're not going to kill yourself with an hour of cardio. You're not going to work out 3 times a day. You're not going to do these insane workout programs. You're just going to find a basic, simple routine, and you're going to stick with it. You're going to do cardio 3 to 4 times per week. You're going to train, lift weights 3 to 4 times per week, maybe for no more than an hour, maybe 90 minutes max, right? Or even 45 minutes, right? But what you're not going to do is you're not going to treat training for fat loss like it's punishment. You're not going to do hours and hours of cardio. You're not going to do 3 to 4 workouts per week. You're not going to do, like I said, these insane workout programs, because just how this kind of ties into the nutrition, if you do this insane diet or this insane training program and it's not sustainable for you, well then you're just going to revert back to your old ways, and then you're going to be like, oh, maybe this is not for me. And it's not that it's not for you, it's just that you're following the wrong routine in the wrong program. So it's about finding something that is going to work for you, which does take some time, but it's not treating it like it's punishment. It's not treating it like, oh, I mess up on my diet, I have to do hours of cardio today. It's not treating it like that, but it's more instead treating it in the sense of like, hey, this is my lifestyle, this is my routine. Let me find something that's gonna work for me right now, and then eventually you ramp it up over time. So that's the fourth thing we're not going to do. We're not going to train for fat loss, man, like it's punishment. Number 5, the most important one in my opinion, you're not gonna do this alone. Truthfully, man, if you could lose the weight and get a better shape, don't you think you would have already done so? The problem is that you don't know how and you can't, which is completely fine, man. We have to remove our pride. We have to remove our ego. We have to realize, hey, I'm not able to make the results that I'm wanting to make on my own. And every time I try to do it on my own, I always revert back to my old ways and fall into my old patterns. So it's very, very important, man, that you do not go at this alone. Now, is there certain times where sometimes you have to buckle down and do it on your own? Yeah, absolutely. I had to do that as well. But I will say, I made the most progress whenever I hired a coach. I actually work with a coach right now. So if you're someone, man, that is like, hey, I'm wanting to really turn things up and get myself to where it is that you want to be, I would highly recommend reaching out to someone, even myself, or just someone in general, man, within your general area that can help you, or even just find a community of people, man, that are wanting to get better. And I promise you, it is going to make a night or day difference in your health and fitness journey. So that is the 5th thing that you're not going to do. You're not going to do this alone. So those are the 5 things that I recommend that you stop doing in 2026 in order for you to get into the best shape of your life. Could I have added more to that list? Absolutely. Because like I said, I've lost 100 pounds. I've walked this journey before. I've done a bodybuilding show. I know what it's like to be insecure in my clothes, and I know what it's like to say that this year is my year and just end up quitting 2 weeks in. So if you're someone that is serious about making 2026 your year, I actually have a link listed down below that you can actually apply for coaching, and if anything, I can help you as well. So hopefully everyone enjoyed today's video and took away something from it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and also tell a friend. And if anything, let me know which point really stood out for you in the comments below. What do you think? There's that one thing where you're like, hey, I actually need to stop doing that, because every time I do that, that's where I really tend to fall off track. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you guys for the next one.